August 12th edition here of the Carolina Weather Video here for this Thursday, and I wanted to start off with a beautiful weather phenomenon that occurred yesterday evening, and big thanks to my friend and neighbor Carrie Campbell for giving me a call and taking a look at this yesterday evening, and she got some great pictures of this and was kind enough to send them to me, and I wanted to share that with you first thing off in the video. What I think happened here, you had a broken layer of some cirrus clouds 30 to 40,000 feet off of the ground, and some big thunderstorms developed, and the updrafts from those thunderstorms actually pushed those cumulonimbus clouds up into that broken layer of cirrus. The sun, the evening sun, hit that at just the right angle and made for just a beautiful, breathtaking display. Frankly, one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. So let's start off here with those shots. And there you go, just absolutely terrific. And I'll just scroll through a few of these pictures here. Just really, really terrific. This was around 7 o'clock or so yesterday evening, and it was really neat to watch this. It was sort of like a kaleidoscope. You could literally stand there and watch the colors change. Just some fantastic stuff. I don't know how well this is coming out on the video, but I posted the pictures on my on the blog as well. Just some really, really fantastic stuff. Beautiful display. Just an amazing display yesterday evening. All right, let's go to the weather today. And we have a frontal boundary. It's going to be dropping on in, and I wanted to show you this. Look down here in parts of Louisiana. That's the old remnant circulation of what was Tropical Depression number 5, and it really tightened up here as it approached southeastern Louisiana. Now, it's not a classified tropical system, but it's a very well-defined low pressure that's causing some rain and storms, and rain will be a big problem in parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and western Florida over the next several days. Well, I'll say it'll be a problem. Be a big problem. There'll be some heavy rain amounts. They could use some rain in a lot of that area. Hopefully there won't be too many flooding issues developing. Now these are the wind stream lines this morning, and what's going on? Pretty easy to pick up an area of low pressure right there, and it's along a frontal boundary that is going to be dropping southward into our area. Ahead of the front, it's going to be a pretty hot day. Highs up into the 90s in much of our area. In fact, the Charlotte and Raleigh areas, Columbia, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Savannah, all included in heat advisories today, meaning heat index values topping out over 105. But the Big Ridge has been the main influencing factor over the weather in our part of the country for several days. It's going to be moving west as it continues to collapse. So that'll allow that front to drop in. I think a pretty good chance today of scattered thunderstorms, and a little better chance today for the scattered storms to produce some wind damage. So I bet there'll be some severe thunderstorm warnings at times. And then as we get tomorrow into the weekend, we're going to see an area of high pressure. It's not especially strong, but it's strong enough, centered up here over the New England states, and that's going to wedge down here the eastern side of the mountains. So I mentioned tomorrow, some chance still of scattered showers and storms, highs probably lower 90s in most spots. But then we're into the 80s for highs this weekend. Now, the caveat here is we'll see some clouds and some shower chances at times, but I think both Saturday and Sunday we'll see a lot of mid-80s for highs, maybe even some low 80s in some spots. So, definitive cool down for the upcoming weekend. And then we get into next week, and really the forecast specifics next week all depend on where the next front makes it to. The GFS parks it just to our west, and so the GFS there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday continues to indicate good chances of scattered storms. The European is much drier, but I'm going to maintain the chance of at least a few storms each day, mainly during the afternoon. Next work week, highs bumping back up into the upper 80s to lower 90s. Also, let me go back a few frames here. Notice down here around the Gulf Coast, the GFS for a couple of runs in a row now has tried to fire up that low pressure area again, and it kind of sits there. And again, there could be some flooding issues developing, certainly if that scenario unfolds. Otherwise, in the tropics, pretty quiet now. A couple of the tropical waves, one approaching the Caribbean, one well out to sea. Really neither one of those terribly close to becoming a classified tropical system. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Thursday, and God bless.